Tackling the Job Hunt Out of Residency, a CAP webinar gives you tips and strategies for landing your first position. Plus, a breakthrough in detecting one of the most aggressive breast cancers. This is the Path News Network Daily Edition from the College of American Pathologists. I'm Elizabeth McMahon. It's Thursday, May 21st. Residents headed into the job market have the medical skills they need to land their first job, but do they have the soft skills, the networking and interview abilities to land a position? A June 9th webinar for residents will provide practical tips and look at the landscape for the job hunt. Dr. Neha Varshni, Vice Chair of the CAP's New in Practice Committee, says it's a great time to be looking for a job in pathology, but those who are new in practice may not be aware of the full landscape.
There are so many different types of jobs right now. So like with the digital and AI, it has just exploded, and pharma, clinical trials, all of that has exploded. So there are academic jobs, there are private practices, and there are pharma jobs. There are big labs now, standalone pod labs, digital and AI world.
In a 2025 CAP survey, more than half of practice leaders reported that they intended to hire at least one full-time pathologist, and a third said they had hired or were seeking to hire two or more. Dr. Varshni, assistant professor and director of the immunohistochemistry lab at Northwestern University, says that first jobs can be fertile ground for learning even if they don't come with all the perks job seekers desire.
I would say most important thing, rather than focusing on location and salary and other stuff, right? Figure out to be a good pathologist, find a good mentorship, places where you can flourish and actually become a better person professionally and personally. And then once you are stabilized enough in a few years of career, then you can decide whatever.
Register for the Job Market Outlook webinar using the link in the calendar of events on the CAP homepage. You may have heard the buzz about CAP 26 in Las Vegas, but are wondering what makes it the event of the year for pathologists? Look no further than the packed online agenda out now. From networking events to CME sessions, career fairs, and fireside chats, October 3rd through 6th is an exciting 4 days of networking, education, and inspiration. Looking to brush up your knowledge in a specific area like genitourinary pathology or pulmonary cytology? You can filter the agenda's events by competencies and categories. In between sessions, walk the exhibit hall and chat with colleagues and new friends at the Wynn Las Vegas. Browse the agenda and register today at the CAP 26 site on the CAP website. Inflammatory breast cancer, or IBC, is one of the most lethal and aggressive cancer subtypes. It comprises only 2 to 4% of breast cancer cases in the United States, but causes 8 to 10% of breast cancer deaths. It doesn't have genomic differences or robust biomarkers to differentiate it from non-IBC cancers, making it hard to diagnose and treat. Now, researchers led by CAP member Dr. Savitri Krishnamurthy of the University of Texas MD Anderson Cancer Center have identified specific blood-based genomic biomarkers that distinguish IBC from other subtypes. How did they do it? They used a specialized sequencing technology called TGIRT, TGIRT, to analyze RNA found in blood samples. This breakthrough provides a new and less invasive way to diagnose, monitor, and treat IBC cancer. And finally, for lab directors, the CAP's Competency Assessment Hub is a customizable, easy-to-navigate suite of courses, checklists, and other features to help their teams with efficient record-keeping. Right now, the price of the Competency Assessment Hub is 50% off. Don't miss this discount for your individual laboratory or your entire healthcare network. Learn more under the Laboratory Improvement page at the CAP homepage. That's all for today's Daily Edition. Be sure to check the show notes for more information on today's stories. Got a story you'd like us to cover on the Daily Edition? Write to us at stories@cap.org. We're back at 5 a.m. Eastern for another episode of the Daily Edition. I'm Elizabeth McMahon. Have a great day.